Now going to the partial fraction, the terms of x sin xy plus z squared into x. Here we have three variable x comma y comma z. First it is going differentiating with respect to x. So partial derivative. Go and find dou h by dou x. So here x is a variable, then y and z become a constant term. So when differentiating with respect to x, here multiple of two variable. So x is a one term, sin xy is another term, because there also x is there, x term, a sin of xy is there. So a multiple of two variable, UV method you have to follow. Now x with respect to x 1 will come. Now take as a sin xy as a coefficient, write as h. Then plus, here x become a coefficient. Now differentiating of sin x is cos xy. Then when you go in differentiating xy, here don't follow UV method. UV method is an ordinary differential calculus, because x and y is a multiple of two variable. In partial derivative, when x is a variable, y become constant term. So here y, the role is y is become coefficient of x. So y, now x with respect to x is 1. Then here z square is a coefficient of x. So z square, when x is going to differentiating 1. So there also don't follow UV method. Don't think both are variable. Not like that. Z squared is a coefficient of x. Here x alone the variable. So now finally we have sin xy plus x into xy, x and y, xy, then cos xy plus z square. Now you want find substitute the value instead of x equal to pi by 4 and 1, then dou h by dou x at the value of 2 comma pi by 4 comma 1. So sin 2 into, instead of y substitute pi by 4 plus x equal to 2, y equal to pi by 4, then cos 2 into pi by 4, z equal to 1 square. Now that 2 cancel, then it become a sin pi by 2 plus here pi by 2 will come. There also it become a cos pi by 2 will come. 1 square become a 1. Now sin pi by 2 value is 1, that pi by 2 plus cos pi by 2 value is 0, then overall entire value become a 0. So here sin pi by 2 1, pi by 2 into cos pi by 2. So cos pi by 2 value is 0, and multiply overall become a 0, 1, then 1 plus 1 it become a 2. Like that, we are going to find dou h by dou y. Now y is a variable. Now listen, here x and sin xy you are follow UV method. But now with respect to y, now here x become coefficient of sin term. Here y only the variable, then x become a constant term. So write x as such. Differentiating of sin xy it become a cos xy. Then when you go in differentiate xy, x is a coefficient. Y with respect to y it become a 1. Now here there is no y term, so completely it become a difference, it become a 0. So finally it become x into, here x become x square, then cos xy. Now substitute the value, 2 and pi by 4 1 there. Instead of x 2, then 2 square, cos 2 into y value is pi by 4. Then again 4 into it become a cos pi by 2. So cos pi by 2 value is 0, 0 into 4. So it become overall 0. I will go and find dou h by dou z. Now in this term there is no z term at all. X and sin xy term is there. So what will happen when differentiate the entire term become a 0. Now z square x is a coefficient. Now differentiate of z square is 2z. Then we have 2xz. Now substitute the value. Instead of x is 2 and z value is 1, then finally it become a 4. So when doing a partial derivative, you have to concentrate with respect to x means x alone variable, remaining whatever it is become a constant term. When with respect to y is a variable, remaining all the terms are become a constant term. When with respect to z is a variable, remaining term become a constant term.